Senator, a moment of your time?
2 minutes.
2 minutes? All right, we'll make it quick.
What does that do? What's
I
the
think
point
there-
of putting out the name? And doesn't that put him at risk?
No, I think you can't. The whistleblower statute's being abused, and I got to run in here. It's designed to protect you from being fired if you come forward. It doesn't give you anonymity. Nobody should be prosecuted based on an anonymous accusation. Impeachment is the political death penalty. Without the whistleblower complaint, none of this would be going on. So I want to know who the person is, but the people who should do this are the Intel Committee in the Senate. They're the ones that were assigned this case. I think it's impossible to go forward without knowing who the whistleblower is and giving the president a chance to cross-examine his accuser.
But that
This notion that this person should be brought before the American people now, publicly disclosed and punished, and that's what's really behind it all, is just the exact opposite of what we expect in a democracy.
Senator, what do you think of the way Republicans are responding to the release of the transcript so far?
I can't follow their logic. I mean, first they argued there was no quid pro quo, and then they said maybe there wasn't, so what? You know, it's really hard to follow it. Here's the bottom line. If this was so routine and so ordinary to have a quid pro quo in terms of our giving money to a country to defend itself, why did they hide it? Why did they have to put it in a secret server after it was disclosed? They obviously knew that something happened in that conversation that was not normal, was not acceptable, and they were doing everything they could to conceal it. If you conceal the evidence, you obviously have a guilty mind.
The whole thing is manufactured. It's never ending. So if you send it over here based on the phone call, it's going nowhere. I've done everything but take an ad out in the paper. This whole theory of impeachment, the process, is illegitimate, is outside the norm. This substance I find unpersuasive. I'm not going to read these transcripts. The whole process is a joke. The whole idea that there's a quid pro quo based on somebody changing their testimony, presuming there was. Volker said there was not. He's the special envoy. You just pick things you like. Y'all hate this guy. You want to get him impeached. I'm not buying into Schiff running a legitimate operation over there. I was the impeachment manager. We did it vastly different.
At this point, the whistleblower is really irrelevant. The whistleblower's information began the investigation, but the substance of the investigation has gone way beyond what the whistleblower knew. So this attempt to name the whistleblower simply revenge, outright punitive retribution, and trying to discourage other whistleblowers in an administration that is so fraught with corruption. There are bound to be other whistleblowers as well.